Alright guys, Andy here. I am ready to go through my entire collection here that I've accumulated over the past year. Now there are cards all the way down at the bottom, that a whole drawer of cards that are from last year, when a primary part of my strategy was buying on Beckett Marketplace and sending to ComC and selling there, and has evolved quite a bit since then. So anyways, today is the day I'm going through my entire collection, getting 25 cards together, packaging that up, trying to find every single one of these cards that I think will get a 10 on some elite premier players that I think are going to break out. Just cards, a big part of my process is selecting cards that are valued at least $20 to $30, and that card, if rated high in a 10, could, and the player breaks out, could go up to $100+. That's my thought process on selecting cards for grading. So it's time to go through all. I've got hundreds over here, so I've got to go through all hundreds of them, but I got a few packages left to open, so I want to open these real quick. Hope you guys are getting your week off to a good start. I should have a card in here that I want to submit. So yeah, I gotta go try and find me some card saver 1s. I really hate to waste all these card saver 2s. I gotta try and use them, man. LaVisca Chenault base concourse. That was not my purchase. Although I think it's a cool card. I would have just got it in a silver. Nice little Premier LaVisca Chenault. I appreciate the bonus cards. This was the purchase, the base field level Chenault. Very nice. The card I look at flipping raw. At this point, I probably got this for very cheap, so I like the ability of this card to get to about $20 if he breaks out. Trevor Lawrence. Jags offense, which could be crazy this year. Could be crazy. Oh, Derrick Henry optic base. Let's look at the centering on this. Look at the condition. See if we can see anything from the on the surface. That's where I've noticed a lot of the imperfections between 9s and 10s. So looking at the corners look really sharp. Let's see if I can. Let's take this bad boy out. Let's see. So there you go. Get that light little reflecting on all the parts of the cards. You can see that surface really good. The centering on this one looks really good as well. Man, I'm really tempted. This was the first year optic. I think Derrick Henry could, like this for $12, this could grade, I think, a 9 to 9.5. The centering's not perfect, so I'm not sure if it would be a 10. But were any of the centerings on these cards perfect that year? I know I paid very cheap for this. This is a tough year to get the centering perfect on, but it's an iconic card, man. And I think he's not done yet. Derrick Henry, I think, could easily go out and potentially win in an MVP on his legs this year, you know? That's the kind of player he is. There is no close comparable to him. His comparable is Zangief from Street Fighter. No joke. Based on workout metrics, athletic metrics. I mean, crazy. Anyways. Alright, so, man, I gotta put that into consideration. See, the thing is, I got a lot of cards, so, narrowing it down to 25, maybe a little challenging. I've been, you know, procrastinating on it a little bit, but I've been really busy, so it's been easy to procrastinate. That's why I'm recording this now, because there's a possibility that entire review video may not be done by tonight. I'm just saying. I am only human. Jeez, y'all. Well, I was going to try and reuse that flap, but we'll just cut. Alright, let's see what this is. Boom! Yes! Yes! Now this one, I wanted to submit. Yeah, baby! Oh, the free top loaders. Well, one of them's got probably a sticker that's never gonna come off, and that one's not bad looking. Little scotch tape on the sides. That one's been roughed up a little bit, but this is what I'm after. There's a little imperfection. Can you guys see that? Right at the seam between where that picture connects, and the red and gold, where Travis Kelce's name's at to the border. There's a little imperfection there, so that would definitely. There's a little tiny imperfection. Let's see if you guys can see it right up above that foot. Right there, you see it? Right above my finger. Yep, a little right there, you see it? Yep. Little imperfection there. Man, looks really good. Some little imperfections on that bottom right side. These cards are probably really hard, but it's Travis Kelce. It's Travis Kelce. Hall of Fame tight end. This is an iconic photo too. He was on the Adam Lefkoe podcast. Adam Lefkoe got into cards through Gary Vee, and he was on Adam Lefkoe's podcast talking about this event because Adam was picking on him, ragging on him about how goofy this photo looks. And I was able to snipe this refractor for 65, I think, was shipping. 65 was shipping, but being the best tight end in the NFL with arguably the best quarterback in the NFL, I mean, I think it's pretty much unanimous all-around quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, and Travis Kelce, man, sick card. So I do think that I'm gonna send this in to get graded, just to encapsulate it, and I think that this graded. Even if it grades a 9, an 8 or a 9, which I think is probably what it's going to get, probably around a 9 because of those little tiny surface imperfections. Because otherwise, the corners look phenomenal. The centering looks almost perfect. But I can tell it's not quite. A little tiny bit, like maybe a fraction of a millimeter. So that's the kind of details. When you put it on, when Carson and Pure Graded X put it on their computer on a software, you can see all that stuff a lot easier. So yeah, I definitely want to encapsulate it though, and I think a color match with their silver custom label is going to make this look incredible. So I'm excited about that, and I think this card is going to be worth so. With this being a $60 card and the player and everything about it, the scarcity, short print variation of the Topps Chrome that year, a wonderful card. This is the card you want to target for Kelce, or maybe a 2013 score. I like that. Or his Prism. It's just that Prism design from that year was terrible in my opinion. I think it's my least favorite year of all the modern day years of Prism. And that is a first year select. Now that's another option. Definitely not a bad option at all. First year select, you can do that. Sure, that is going to be just as good as this in my opinion, for sure. If not potentially better. It is first year select. So, but that's going to be considerably more expensive. That was very limited print run. So, but this is a short print of that Topps Chrome. Wonderful. Wonderful card to have. I think a grading, even in a pure graded X slab and an 8 or 9 quality, is going to turn this into a triple digit card at some point in the future. So the $12 investment, I think, is very much worth it on a card like this. Alright, so that was it. So I'm going to cut this because I'm going to get to speed going through. I'm going to focus on going through all these cards, getting them all here on the desk and going through them all so I can show you guys a before and after, and show you guys my my analyzation process of how I choose the cards and do a quick review. We're going to zoom in and make sure that all new people getting into the hobby know the criteria to look at quickly. So boom, we're going to knock it out, and then I'll be back on here. We're going to put it all together, and I'm going to do voiceover. It's going to be good. And then we got all kinds of stuff to jump on. We got all kinds of stuff to jump on this week. We got big things in the works, so I'll be back real soon. Peace. I am going to... I'm trying to get this. It's selection day. Don't get had. Pay up, or just make sure you get the ones. The ones are bigger. Let's finish this thing in the morning. Get it down to 25. These are some that I pulled after. I'm like, man, those colors just look so sick on those mosaics. Gabe Davis, Tyler Johnson, silver. Got the F1. Let's finish this in the morning. Let's finish this in the morning.